Okay. It's recording.
Yay.
It's recording, Alex. I'm gonna go get some
Yay.
lemonade. I'll be right back. You do the
God,
intro. I'll be right back.
God
Okay?
damn it, Brian.
You do the intro. I'm gonna get some
Brian.
lemonade.
Brian.
I made lemonade. I'm gonna drink it.
Brian, I'm literally not starting this without you. That's not how it's gonna go down.
I'm getting lemonade, and I'll be
Fine.
right back.
I'll wait. They can wait too.
Okay.
Here I am, waiting. Son of a whore.
Hello, and welcome to the calming sounds of the Tidepool Orchestra. The pool is currently in high tide. Side A.
And I'm back.
Alright.
Did you introduce us?
No, I told you. I was waiting.
Oh. You should introduce us. To each
How
other?
about, this is Brian.
I'm Brian.
That's what I said. This is Brian. To my left.
Oh, okay. And this is Alex. To my left, we're sitting in a circle, but there are two of us.
It's a very incomplete circle.
It's a line.
Technically a line, if you want to call it that.
We are sitting cross-legged around this fire I have started, in the middle of my living room. Hello, and welcome to the Tidepool Orchestra, probably the last episode.
Probably.
Yeah. So, we normally start with general news. First news segment is, this is probably going to be the last episode.
At least for a while.
You see, there's, technical issues that I don't really feel like talking about, but also...
It's fine. It's fine.
We had a good run. We had over 5 episodes. 5 episodes is normally where I call it quits. Do you have a news segment?
I do not.
Did you know the world is going to end next month?
Oh yeah.
Less than
Keep
30
forgetting.
days.
I keep forgetting about that. Because I think
forgetting.
it's total bupkis.
Keep forgetting that the world is going to end. We're all
Keep
going to
forgetting.
die.
Keep forgetting that they're supposed to everything's just supposed to kind of stop.
Did you know that the ancient Mayans predicted that the world will end on December 21st, 2012, despite the fact that they did not know that leap years would exist, or that there would even be, an AD year type, or that the current Mayans actually find this really offensive and do not think that the world is going to end and find people being really stupid right now?
Yeah.
But what do they know? Honestly.
Yeah. Anyways.
So what did you do this week?
I got Adventure Time, the DS game.
Yay.
For my Nintendo DS.
Yay. And when I heard you got it, I rushed straight to my computer and also got it. Through less than legitimate means.
Of course.
Yeah.
So that way we could play it together.
At different times.
Yeah, I was going to say, but not really. Because I've already beaten it.
You do everything without me, man.
I can't help it that I'm better at video games.
I can't help it that I started playing without you, and then you started playing several hours later, and I know things better than you do.
I can't help it that I can't come up with a funny joke right now. That's not my fault.
I got Skylanders Giants for the 3DS for only $50. They wanted $75 for it, but I was like, nah, man. And they're like, okay, you're right. Also, it was on Black Friday, and it was on sale.
I didn't leave my house on Black Friday.
I had to work on Black Friday.
That's a lie. I had to leave my house to go to work on Black Friday.
I got off work at 4 a.m., and then I went home, and I got changed, and I went straight to Target, where I found out that they had no sales for Skylanders. So I went straight to GameStop.
Yeah.
They had one sale going on, And then I went straight to Best Buy. You see, Best Buy had a deal where you could get any of the old characters for only $2.99 instead of roughly $10 each.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So I was like, hopefully I can get some of these characters. They had a lot of them before Black Friday, so maybe if I go in, they will have a lot still. They had 2 left. They had Stump Smash and Sonic Boom. So I went home with a Stump Smash because I already had a Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
So, how was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, the Adventure Time DS game is alright.
Okay.
I'm paying attention.
Do you know what question I asked you? Or?
Yes, you asked me how my Thanksgiving was.
Okay.
And I chose to answer a different question that nobody asked.
I like roast beef sandwiches. They're better.
Now you're catching on.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you,
Finally.
nephew.
What?
I don't know, I was going to say son at first, but then somehow I just said nephew instead.
Uncle. Alice?
Something about it made it seem more random.
After this goes up, I have to update the about section.
You mean that really silly thing you wrote?
Yeah, I like the fact that only one of the about segments is true, and it's the one that seems the most outlandish.
Which one is that?
Jason.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he was on there.
Yeah. Adam is 2. So that's what we got / did this week.
Hang on, I gotta go read the about section.
You should read it out loud, because this will probably be the last episode, and this kind of information might be subject to deletion soon after. Suppose we did something else.
Welcome to Tidepool Orchestra, starring Alex, Brian, Liliana, and the other 2.
Liliana is my favorite joke of all.
Alex was once the professional best lover on Earth, known for being the best at sex on the entire planet. But he was kidnapped by a tribe of gorillas that knew sign language. Their leader, Susan, explained that she was the best lover of the gorilla tribe, and challenged him to a love-off. But he snuck off before the competition could begin, as having sex with gorillas is against his religion.
What religion is that, by the way?
Zionists.
Yes.
I tried to come up with something oddly specific.
Seventh-day Adventist, but non-practicing. Being disgraced.
And losing his title, he has retired and decided to record podcasts and work at a grocery store for a living.
Brian, being born as a fully grown, independent black woman, no man. Brian actually suffers from a combination of both Michael Jackson disease and Benjamin Button syndrome, making him become progressively white and younger each day. The constant changes of his body has made everyone around him outcast him and call him a bastard. He overcame this hardship by going deep into a forest and being taught by groups of monks. The blind monks taught him how to Photoshop, and the deaf monks taught him how to edit podcasts. After meeting Alex, he knew he had to use these skills to get back at those who have outcasted him. I'm not even sure if outcasted is a word, come to think of it.
Probably not.
We should keep going, though.
Liliana, a robotic program designed to emulate human speech, named after Microsoft Sam's female counterparts, Anna, for U.S. English, and Lily for Chinese. It was won by Brian in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but sometimes she acts up. Liliana is stored in a combination of 6 computers hooked up throughout a bedroom, and likes to update herself. She spends most of her time listening to podcasts on iTunes.
I do have a confession to make.
What was that?
I did cheat at that game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I really wanted this computer.
Okay, Yugi.
I love that revelation at the end of that show. You mean Yugi was cheating throughout all of these games? Yes.
Yes.
That is why he's the king of games, because he can cheat without getting caught.
Yeah. Then, just like in that one episode with the dungeon dice monsters.
This game that he's never played before in his life, and he wins.
By doing things that the people who made the game didn't know you could do.
You mean you can unfold a six-sided dice in a way that I did not think was possible? You genius! Adam was only recently unplugged from the Matrix. He finds the real world... I'm starting over. Adam was only recently unplugged from the Matrix. He finds the real world very disturbing and unnerving, not to mention the atrophy all of his limbs have suffered. He normally drinks to cope with these facts, or buys toys to play with to take his mind off it. Don't mention the USB ports on the back of his neck. It's still a sore subject. Pun not intended.
Jason Gigori. I don't know if that's his name.
I thought it was pronounced Jiggery.
Gigolo.
Jason Gigolo.
Jason runs a website called fastfoodhut.com and lives in New York. He was formerly a moderately successful wrestler as well as working for Nintendo for video game stores and has had a child with a porn star. Jason has an expensive knowledge on obscure movies and fast food items and puts this knowledge to use on a regular basis.
So, yeah, that was your cast for this show, which is ending after this episode, I think.
Yes, it's probably over. Most likely.
Now I'm gonna throw this out at you. During this episode, should we just transfer all the Tidepool Orchestra stuff to landbasered.com?
Why not?
Okay, cool.
It has more followers, doesn't it?
Yeah, only like 50 more.
Well, alright then.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Maybe I'll reblog some of it to my Tumblr as well.
You should wait until after I transfer everything.
Only my favorite episodes.
Which is all of them.
Which is all the ones that I was in.
So, not the Thanksgiving or Wreck-It Ralph specials?
I'm sorry I couldn't be a part of those.
No, you're not. Anyway, let's watch an episode of a TV show.
Let's watch let's do that.
I'm gonna stop the recording right now.
End of side A. Please continue on side B.
What?
Manformers, one of them is a guy.
Was it
The Manformers, starring Optimus Guy, as they go to the bank.
Manatron is his arch nemesis.
right?
With Mamblebee.
Guy Scream.
This is not my night.
Are you on the verge of dispensing yourself?
Manatron? This
Are
plan.
you on the verge of dispensing?
Guy Scream, you have failed me for the last time.
Oh, Scream, you piece of shit! Stop, Scream, I would have some jam and some cake. Megatron, it doesn't work that way.
Welcome back. You're listening to the calming sounds of the Tidepool Orchestra. Side B.
You're just too old to get it, Grandma.
And we're back.
Hi.
And welcome.
Yeah.
So what we watched this week was an episode of My Little Pony, Season 3, Episode 4, Bab's Seed. What did you think about it?
It's honestly my favorite episode of the season so far.
Yeah.
And probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole series so far.
Yeah. It was pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
I liked it.
What was your favorite part of it?
My favorite part was all the great facial expressions.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, also, the song was pretty good.
Yep. I don't know. It was okay. It was kind of confusing to me how they don't have cars, but also they have cars.
Yeah, like, the technology in this universe is very inconsistent, and it's very confusing. Like, okay, they have washing machines, but they don't have telephones. They don't have television, but they have movies, but they have video games.
Yeah.
Like, big arcade consoles. But they don't have computers.
It's really weird.
It's inconsistent, and it's just one of the show's overall shortcomings, if you ask me.
This episode also had a lot of mixed symbology, which is pretty interesting.
Such as?
Well, the golden apple, which represents chaos and discord.
Which is funny, because in Season 2, weren't they the ones that woke up Discord?
Yes.
Now isn't that interesting?
Also,
But,
the pigs kept showing up over.
Yeah, there was a motif with pigs that kept showing up. Like, at one point, for the sake of a gag, the Cutie Mark Crusaders were in pig costumes, and then there's this bit where they fall into the mud by the lakeside, and there's a bunch of pigs wallowing in the mud. And then, like, Diamond and Silver fall into the mud with pigs in it as well. It was interesting. I liked it.
Yes.
It's called theming, I think.
It's fun.
And it's good. It's pretty good. Although the one thing that kind of can... what was I trying to say? Bab's voice is kind of strange.
Okay.
Like, her voice is kind of deep, isn't it?
It is.
Is it just me, or is it a little deep for a character that's supposed to be a prepubescent girl?
You're right.
That and her
I
accent...
thought it was kind of mannish. I thought the twist at the end was going to be that it was a guy.
That and her accent was a little off. She's supposed to be from the pony equivalent of New York, but she kind of had more of a Boston accent going on.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Let's talk about the Tidepool Orchestra for a second. This podcast that we've been doing for months now. You know,
Have we really?
First episode we recorded was back in September. Did you know?
I did not.
Yeah. We've been through 2 major U.S. holidays. Wreck-It Ralph was released during the time of this podcast of 2012, and we recorded an episode about it. What are your favorite memories of the Tidepool Orchestra?
Doing it, I guess.
I also enjoyed that, but yeah.
Okay, Dora. I like that part too.
Yes. That part was also fun.
I also enjoyed that part that you just mentioned now that I actually didn't hear but left a small gap in the dialogue for you to interject your opinion.
My favorite part of it was to find something to do in my spare time.
Yes, that's always a good thing.
And talking about Skylanders and making you listen to it and you can't really do anything about it. Writing the About page was fun.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Man. Basically what happened that we have to stop doing these episodes is because we don't have enough space to keep it going. Like, we would have to pay $10 a month, or we could just stop. So, likely what's going to happen is we're just going to stop, or we're going to start it up again later under different circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we have left? We have answering questions / site news. We never really got any more questions.
No.
I think for site news is that we're going to shove all the Tidepool Orchestra onto landbasedred.com. That way it can be sort of archived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did like the Tidepool Orchestra Tumblr page.
I'm going to try to preserve as much of it as I can.
Yeah. I like the colors.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can make that page those colors.
Sounds
if
good.
possible.
Okay. But yeah, I guess that's it then.
That's it for the podcast. Any final words?
I guess, when you look back on it, I guess I have to say, yeah.
That is something we did in our spare time.
What is that?
This podcast. Yep. Yeah. We did that. People didn't think we could do it, but we proved them.
We prove.
We showed them.
We show.
I don't know where I'm going with this. I keep talking, and I hope that at some point I'll figure out what I'm talking about, but it doesn't seem to be happening. So.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, we're done. We're done? I'm just gonna stop recording.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, and good luck.
Thank you for listening to the calming sounds of the Tidepool Orchestra.